Hey everyone, welcome back to the Basically Sisters podcast. I'm Natalia.
I'm Ashley. Happy Monday. Ooh,
Look at us.
We getting better at this, girl.
I know, it's the spring. The spring's getting to us.
Yeah, I think it's the weather. We're also recording in person. Fun fact, y'all.
I know, we haven't recorded in person.
What was
Actually, we recorded maybe like 3 weeks ago in person. Maybe like a month ago. Yeah. But it's still been a while. We've been doing a few. The last few ones have been virtual.
Exactly.
But, you know, we still... This is more for the people who are... Visual. But I feel like also the audio sounds better when we record in person. And I feel like our chemistry is like... Because we can...
Exactly.
I don't know. The vibes are right. But...
You know.
Hopefully there's going to be more of this. But, you know, we have busy schedules. We don't live in the same city. So it's a lot.
Exactly. Very busy schedules. Ciao.
Yeah. You want to give us a quick... we're going to try to like give a quick update. Just want to give us a quick update on what's going on in your life.
Quick update. Oh, by the time that this, it depends on when you listen to this podcast. You know, Perfectly Poured new spring collection, spring and sprung collection drops Monday at 10 a.m. So if you're watching this or listening to this after that, go buy you some candles, see what you want, you know. So I've really just been working on that. That's like been my main priority. I don't know. I'm trying to kick it up into full gear now, like with the business and stuff. So I've been reaching out for like pop-ups and stuff. So I've been doing a lot of admin work, you know, a lot of emails getting sent out, a lot of me networking and meeting people. Like I'm going to, like I went to this one event, and I had a blast. Like it was a vintage shop and I had such a good time, and I met up with the owner and we talked a little bit. So I like doing that. I'm really trying to put myself out there more. You know, I know on the pod it seems like I'm not shy, but I got a little shy side to me. You know, sometimes I be a little shy, especially when it comes to...
When you first meet her, I think.
Yeah, when you first meet me.
But
and
once
then
you break
like,
the shell,
probably like 15 minutes in, you'll be like, oh, okay. Once I feel comfortable with you, then I usually...
Yeah.
You know, but... You know, I'm trying to put myself out there. So that's basically what's been happening the last couple weeks. And I'm going to like events. Even if I'm not a vendor, I'm still going to go and like support, network and things like that. So that's also taking up time. Then the pod, when I can work on it. I mean, this week has just been insane. So yeah, I feel bad. But yeah, that's really it. Just been grinding, really kicking it up into full gear. Yeah, nice. With work and, you know, because with all the farmers markets and stuff, you have to like register like months ahead. Like I registered for one I sent the form for one in August already. Okay. So I'm like, I need to figure out what weekends I'm going to be free. Yeah. So we could go on a little trip, you know.
Yeah, we're trying to do some trips.
I'm still, even though, you know, the only not annoying part either is that these things happen on weekends. Like these events that I have happen on weekends. So it's like
a lot of your weekends get
booked up. So it's like, I mean, it is what it is. So yeah, I'm still trying to make this a hot girl summer though. Okay, it's gonna be a hot girl summer. I'm acting a fool. I'm acting bad. Acting bad. 2023 summer.
I'm excited for this summer. I think it'll be fun.
I'm starting in May. I'm acting a fool in May. Memorial Day?
We're trying to plan some trips, I think.
We got to do something for Memorial Day.
Yeah. Well, we keep saying.
I know,
we have our waistline challenge. Have y'all been practicing? Let us know.
Let us know. May should be waistline moving challenge.
Waistline moving. Weekly, there's going to be something.
Light bulb.
We're going to be posting. We'll teach.
We'll do reels.
Hit you with some yoga moves.
Literally. The butterfly. Stretch.
Maybe like a song, you know, every day.
Exactly.
Prep for summer. I'm hyped.
That's fun. I'm hyped. You got the summer content this summer is gonna be fire. Like we're actually gonna take it serious.
Yeah. We'll give you some good content this summer. I'm excited.
But
yeah, that's good. We got trips planned. We got good things coming this summer. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're doing well though with your business.
Thanks.
And like
this is my supporter right here. She be trying to get the little early access. I'm like, girl, you gotta wait. She didn't wait.
I didn't. I gotta know. I had to know. I
caved.
I already smelled the scents.
Let me bring them. I got you, girl. Anyway, how have you been?
I've been pretty good. Life's just been
Life's been life, huh?
Life's been life, and I've been like all over. I feel like because we pre-recorded 2 episodes of our most recent ones. Also, quick recap, shout out to our friend Sarah for blessing our last episode.
Facts.
I feel
Love
like
her.
when that dropped, like, we gave it 2 weeks to promote and really give it the love it deserved, and we're still gonna give it like the love it deserves, because it was a really, really good episode. I love when Sarah's on the pod.
Yeah.
It was just like the week it happened, there was just so much going on in our personal lives, like when we dropped it. But yeah, we pre-recorded those 2. I told y'all like in a few episodes back that I was going on a trip, and I went to Chile for about a week, and I came back. Really great trip. Really felt like recharged.
Went to the motherland.
The motherland, yes. It was really good. I saw Raul Alejandro like Sunday, and then I flew Monday to go to Chile. It was just a lot going on, like in a matter of like 8-9 days. I came back like a Monday, and I worked that same day. So it was just and then that week I got like pretty sick. It wasn't COVID. I got like some combination of, it was like a sinus infection. I don't even really know. But yeah, so that kind of took me out. But yeah, I've just been like I feel like March was a super busy month. I don't know, like just like personally wise, like
it's like it went fast, but it went slow at the same time. I don't really understand.
I just felt like there was a lot of like things. It wasn't necessarily like I was doing a lot of stuff. It was just a lot of like family commitments I had to do.
Well, I think everything, when you had something to do, it was a lot at one time, and then it was like chill, and then now it's like ramped up again.
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
It was chill, so.
Yeah. But yeah, I've been pretty good. Just living life. I'm excited that the days are getting longer. I'm excited for summer. But yeah, a lot of new things, new chapters.
Ooh.
But
child, and we're gonna move on from that.
We're gonna leave it at that.
We're gonna leave it at that.
But yeah, anyways, well, for today's episode, I'm glad we're doing well. I'm excited we're recording in person. I'm excited for the content that's coming out. I feel very like recharged for like, I feel like our last 2 episodes, like I enjoyed don't get me wrong, I loved recording them, but sometimes like it's hard when like your passion also is like a job, like, because we really had to record those. We recorded those like back to back, and we were so tired. My God. I was like, oh God, like I want to record this episode tonight, but I was just so tired.
It was
like
crazy because I took like a class, and it was only a 2-day class. And it was those 2 days we had to record too. I was like, oh.
Yeah, because our schedule and we had to get them done, because I knew when I was in Chile that there was no way I was going to record. So, but yeah, we want to get the content out. We're dedicated. Shout out to us.
Yeah. Okay. We love y'all. We do. We gave y'all content. Even we gave you content, and Ty wasn't even in the country.
Literally.
Come on now.
Yeah, we were giving y'all content.
That's some serious stuff.
Go show us some love on the reels that we've been posting on TikTok.
Facts. TikTok be kind of hitting low key.
TikTok low key be hitting with our like.
I'm like, okay, you listening to you like the word I'm saying. All right, you like what you hearing. Okay,
but yeah, we're excited. I'm excited, and I'm excited for today's episode. So for today's episode, we're gonna be doing, we're taking it back to Reddit. We love Reddit. Well, originally it wasn't gonna be Reddit, but Reddit always comes in clutch. So we're doing unpopular opinions. I've been wanting to do this for like a minute, and we're gonna do this again. This is just like part 1, because like, I don't know. I like our takes. I like our opinions. Yeah. I'm interested to see like what we think and what y'all think.
A lot of times our takes just align.
Exactly.
And it's like, if they don't align at first, it aligns. Then at the end
we understand.
It aligns because we're just looking at it at a different angle. But it's the same. When people are like, we're arguing about, like, we agree on the same thing, but we just see it differently.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's usually us. So
yeah. So we're just we're gonna do some unpopular opinions. So I'll kind of start off with like, there's a few. I don't know how many we're gonna get to. So the first one's called. Okay, the first one is, the sad reality is that confidence will get you much further in life than intelligence.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with that, which is not, it's not good. Because I'm just thinking about back in college, like all these people that would get internships, but they're not that smart, but they know that they're not that smart, right? And they lean into it and use they act like they're smart, like they use their confidence.
I agree. I don't think intelligence kind of propels you in a way to get places, but in the end, you really need, like, I feel like confidence or connections, one of the two, because intelligence can really only get you so far in this society, which is like kind of sad in a way, but I think also like people skills and like your persona is really what people look for, because I don't know. Like how you present, like how you convey information is way more important than you just having the information.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Like you could just go and explain a whole thing, and like if you're not a good like people person that are explaining things, no one else is gonna get it.
Yeah, they're not gonna connect with the data.
No, exactly. Or listen to you if you're a boss. You know what I mean? Like, you could be super intelligent, but if you're not like a people. So I do agree. I feel like confidence in your persona. I would rather that though than connections or like getting you further than that, because that one more irritates me. Yeah. When people just have like insider connections.
Yeah, that's what they should have put.
That one's more behind like that, because that does get you very far. Yeah. Getting connections or knowing people, if like, oh, your parent worked here, or like if you know some, which can be good and bad, I think, because it is helpful in a way if you know somebody, but like some people will really be finessing these jobs just because they have like a relative or something. Yeah, but yeah, that was the first one. It wasn't too hot.
Not too hot. We started with the mild. We started with the.
I wanted to start.
We started with the mild salsa from Chipotle
because I didn't want to go to. Some of these are a little bit like okay.
Oh, I'm ready.
So the second one
is...
I
love me a good hot take.
No, these are... Okay, if you're not happy alone... Okay, so the quote, if you're not happy alone, you will not be happy while dating is total bullshit. Do you want, like, the paragraph?
No.
Okay. That's a hot take, low-key. Because people say that all the time. They're like, if you're not happy with yourself, then you're not gonna, like...
I think... I think it's... I don't know. Like,
you don't agree with it?
I don't agree that it's bullshit. I think it's low-key kind of true.
I think it's true also.
Because you really... Yes, obviously, if you start dating someone, they could bring out another side of you. Right. Exactly. But if you don't love yourself, a lot of times if they're treating you bad, you'll kind of put up with it because you don't love yourself. Right. Now, if it was a similar situation, like say... I'm not generalizing, but I am for the moment. There's two couples, right? And in both relationships, the guy cheated on the girl, right? And one has self-love and knows their worth versus someone the other girl that didn't. Who do you think is staying? Right. Obviously, there's a lot of factors into that, like, you know, that they might consider. But just generally, when you know your worth, when you love yourself, you know what you deserve.
I agree. I completely agree.
So that's why I don't think... And people be trying to look for love in other people that they need to be giving to themselves.
I agree. And I think also, like, because this person, like, gave a paragraph about how, like, they've been depressed and when they found the person, like, they weren't depressed or whatever. And I think...
But then what if that person breaks up with them?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's healthy in any way to rely on any person. Even if it's your friend, your family member, you shouldn't be relying on any person to like be like, they can add to your happiness. Don't get me wrong.
But that's what it's supposed to be.
But you should be able to be content with your own, like, obviously you could be happier. Yeah. You know, I'm not saying like you have to be the happiest you've ever been by yourself. Exactly. But you need to be content enough with your life as it is that like no matter what happens, like you're okay. 100%. You know what I mean? And I think that's just a healthy mindset to have, because I think that's also a lot of pressure on another person to be like they're the only person giving you happiness. Exactly. Like that's not fair to the other person either, because that could just really put a lot of like, I don't know, that's almost like stress to them, like, oh God, I can't like ever end it with them or anything. Yeah. Like exactly. They can provide more happiness. That's not what we're saying. Like obviously, like, and it does, like when you're with somebody you really care about, they do provide more happiness to you. They bring out a good side in you. Exactly. They make you really happy. But I don't think that like your life is over. Yeah, exactly. Or they're the only, like, even if a friend, like, oh, my life is over if, like, this friend isn't in my life or this person. Like, it's not a good, in my opinion, it's not a good mentality to have. Yeah. So I don't think it's bullshit. I don't agree with that hot take.
I don't agree.
Because that's
you shouldn't rely on anyone.
And also, like, you have, like, if you're really unhappy and then you, like we said, like, you get into a relationship and you're relying on that person, like we said, it's really not fair to the other person.
And that's not self-love. That's you getting love from someone else that you don't give to yourself. That's what that is. That's not, I mean, maybe in some situations you do learn your worth because that person just brings out the best in you. But the way that they're saying it, no.
No, and I agree. And they didn't. That's another good point, is I think sometimes you can meet people or like be in relationships that do teach you to love yourself more than you already did, which I think is true. Like that is a really good thing. But I think in general, you should have a general basis of like, I'm going to give myself this amount of love. I need to be able to give myself the things that like I want from somebody else, you know? Exactly.
Because I don't know. I always say that all the time. I can't expect someone to love me if I don't love myself. That's just me showing, the reflection of how I treat myself is the guideline of how other people are going to try to treat me.
And they might even be able to give you more.
Yeah,
you
they might be able to give me more.
And that's great. And I think that's like, you'll start to figure that out. Like, you'll start to see, like, they could, when you meet somebody, like, some people can really make you a lot happier.
Exactly. But I'm saying, like, if I'm in a place where I'm not loving myself.
Right. Where you're like,
you can attract people that.
Yeah, aren't gonna exactly. Yeah,
exactly.
Yep,
so.
I agree. Anyways, okay,
well, right, that was a good one. See, y'all, we be on the same page. I'm telling you, she my treacherous little twin.
Because at first I was like, "You're happy alone." Like, I was like, "What?" But I also do agree. Like, not to take this to another point, is that like the whole idea that like being single is like obviously being in a relationship and being with people is supposed to make you happy. Like, I think we mentioned this, like the whole lone wolf idea. Like, I'm okay with myself. That can also be kind of toxic in a certain way too. Because like we're meant to be in connections with people. We're meant to be around people like that can bring other sides. I just think we're saying a general basis of self-love wise.
Exactly.
Not saying you need to be alone your whole life. Like that's also very toxic. But yeah. Anyways. All right. Let me go to the next one. All right, I'll kind of switch back and forth between the types. Okay. Celebrities don't owe people anything.
Ooh, that's a good one. I don't know. That one it's iffy for me.
Iffy for me. I was thinking
because
the same
it's
thing.
like on one hand, like they're human. So
right.
It's like, okay, you can't really if they weren't this big, you wouldn't expect them to act a certain way, right? But also when it's like I don't know, like if they're a fan, you know what I mean? I'm not saying that, oh yeah, you have to sign like their shirt or whatever, but like I don't know, just a certain amount of like respect towards a fan, like interaction, you know, as long as they're respectful to you, you know. And I think that's the balance that it needs to be is you both respect each other. You know, if they say, you know, I can't, you know, I'm really not in the mood to take a picture right now, you just got to respect that.
Exactly.
People don't want to respect that. And then that's when your favorite person, you know, gets
say, don't meet your idols.
They say don't meet your idols. That's true. So I don't know, but that's what I think. I
agree.
It just has to be balanced. And I feel like fans now are very like, they're like, they see this person, like celebrities as like.
There's no boundaries really.
Yeah, there's no boundaries. And there's no like, I don't know, like they feel like they know them just because of social media and stuff like that.
We see them more often, yeah.
But you don't really know that person, one. Two, they're a human too. So yeah, there's going to be days, we all have days where we don't want to take no damn picture.
Or talk to anybody
to anyone. So if they say that to you, you just got to respect that.
Right.
It just has to be a mutual respect.
Yeah, I agree. I think the don't owe anybody anything, I don't like that. I think the respect is what they owe.
Exactly.
They don't, I think in a sense, they, like you said, they don't owe pictures. They don't owe you a conversation. They don't owe you, like, they need to spend time with you.
Exactly.
But, like, respect is, like, I feel like the bare minimum of what they should give people because that's what humans are like. We expect regular people to give us respect. Why can't we expect that from a celebrity?
Exactly.
Just because they're like.
And that's the thing. I feel like some celebrities just don't give their fans respect.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's like, damn, like that's.
Well, and I think now, I feel like in this generation, it's really getting shown that a lot of celebrities, like their true colors because of social media. Because
like they're actually mean.
Everyone's like, and there's cancel culture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like back in the day, celebrities were literally like this, but obviously it wasn't like, wouldn't go viral on TikTok or something.
Exactly.
So I feel like now, like celebrities are kind of being held accountable, but which is pros and cons for them because they are, like you said, they're regular people. Exactly. They can have bad days. But I think like, there are some that I'm like, all right, this is a consistent thing. Like you're just being like disrespectful. So
yeah, and it's not like you know what comes with fame, but like
the same you do
though.
And if you
that's why I'm like, I'm not expecting anything just because maybe you didn't expect to blow up. You know what I mean? Like you don't feel like a celebrity, but people view you as that. So. I don't know, child.
Anyways, yeah, celebrities. That's our opinion.
Yeah,
but some of them, I don't.
No, they're gonna. If this blows up, well, not if, when. This, we in sync. We right here. We right here with it. But no, they're gonna cut this and be like, see, remember when you said celebrities
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, like they're gonna be annoying. Like, yeah, we have, and I said we have bad days too.
Yeah, everyone has a bad day, but still, some of these celebrities.
Yeah, someone will be like, all right, pal.
Okay, some of these are just dumb. Okay. If you book a vacation during spring break, you have no right to complain about like kids or students being there.
I agree 100%.
I agree 100%. I'm sick of people being like...
It's like 3 weeks out of the year.
And it's also like the places these people are choosing to go.
Yeah, Miami.
Like, go to like somewhere else. There's so many other beaches in Florida that like, if you want a chill vibe.
Yeah, exactly.
Or like if they go to like the Jersey Shore or something like the Jersey Shore. I'm like, there's so many other beaches.
You know what you were signing up for.
Wildwood. Like, oh my God.
You know what? All right, this might be too hot of a take.
What? What's your hot take?
Say, men only go to Miami for one thing. Because what are you gaining? Because I'm saying because it's so expensive for men to go. At least girls, it makes sense like as a girl's trip. I mean, like guys' trip. Like a guy's trip to Miami. Okay. Girls' trip to Miami, it's like,
you're going for fun.
We're going for fun. It's actually cheaper because like
we're getting people have their hot takes about that too, about girls going on Miami trips.
True, but at least it makes
I was more talking about families going on trips.
No, I know.
Oh, I'm just saying in Miami.
In Miami, specifically Miami.
Yeah, I mean, when people choose these specific beaches, it's like, all right, like you can't really complain. Like you really pick, like if you're going to Miami or again, like the Jersey Shore
in the middle of March.
Yeah, like
who do you think's gonna be there?
Right. I'm like, let's think this through, or even like I don't know what other beaches people go to. It's mainly like Miami.
Cabo.
That's a good one. Yeah. Like choose a different time if you want to go on a chill family.
Go like maybe a month later.
Like I'm not for that anyways. Like we never did the spring break thing in college.
We almost did.
And the universe saved us on that one.
No, God himself, herself, whatever, protected us.
We'll leave it at that.
Anyways. Ooh.
That trip, would have not. Anyways. But I'm just saying, I personally, like, I know the spring break time. Like, I don't even think I would plan a trip with my friends. Because that's too much for me. It's too crazy. Like, even when I was in college, I was like, do we actually want to go? Like,
I've never wanted to do that. It never
crossed my mind to be like, let's go to Miami for, like, spring break. Like, I feel like that would be too much for me.
Yeah, and
it's not really...
them STDs, man. They could be really soaring during that time in
Miami.
They
just be like those...
yeah.
Well, do you just see like how they just destroy the beaches?
Yeah, that's another part. I remember like right before COVID, they did that, and it was like a big thing. And then they shut like the beaches.
That's just it's too much for me. I'm like I don't need that. But anyways, all right.
We choose peace.
All right, next one. Okay, if people are looking for a monogamous relationship, they should probably start by dating monogamously. Okay, you need an explanation behind
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Like, so basically, like, if you're dating, if you want to be in a relationship, like a serious relationship,
a monogamous one,
yeah,
then you should only be like dating one person at a time.
Yeah, that's stupid.
You think it is? Okay, let's hear your take.
What is their version of dating?
You want me to read the description of what they said?
Yeah.
To get their background?
Maybe I need clarification because we say dating...
Right. Okay, so it says, okay. One thing I've noticed in today's modern dating world is people date polygamously, yeah. And
polygamous.
Polygamously. Okay, and expecting functional monogamous relationships. They will be dating 7 people at once and changing them in and out, talking to possibly dozens of people, and then at best from all this, they get a relationship that doesn't last. Dating apps and social media exacerbate this by providing a literal infinite supply of a next person, or grass being always greener on the other side. I don't find that there are many people dating one person at a time, giving them their undivided attention to build attraction in a relationship. I don't know how anyone is expecting to build a strong bond with one person while also farming attention from several other people at the same time, and best dividing their affection.
Okay. Dating or talking?
I think.
And is there a difference?
I think they're talking about like the dating, get to knowing before. Like they're talking about how.
So like the talking stage.
They're talking about how people like talk to a bunch of people, getting to know a bunch of people, going on dates with a bunch of people, and then like at the end choosing one of those people to be in a monogamous relationship with.
What's wrong with that?
Well, that's what they're saying is they're not giving.
He's against that.
I don't find there are many people dating one person, giving them their undivided attention to build attraction. I don't know.
Yeah, because read the thing. He said basically, if you're not...
Like, I don't know how anyone is expecting to build a strong bond with one person while also framing attention from several other people at the same time. For most people, it doesn't seem to be working out very well as an approach at all. People are like, there's...
yeah. No, though. No, I don't think so. There's a saying, don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Oh, here's like, okay, so he said, example, I see the question constantly come up of how long before you should become exclusive, where if you want something to succeed, you should probably try being exclusive from the start, and then if it doesn't work out, move on to the next person to date exclusively. You don't have much investment in the current person working out if you don't got several others on the back burner, or you're meeting someone else this Saturday.
Put that
down. I kind of see...
You kind of see what?
I see where he's coming from is the idea that like if this doesn't work out, I have a list of other people that it might work with. So I'm not giving this, so subconsciously you're not really giving it your full 100%. But I don't think I think that's a case by case scenario.
Yeah, I don't think that's common. I think people date at first, multiple people, get to know multiple people. Mm-hmm. There's nothing wrong with that because some of these people could turn into actual friends. You just realize, you know what? Maybe we're just not we don't need to date. Yeah, but you're a great friend. What if I didn't do that? Then I would have been missing out on a new friend that I could have had if I was only talking to one person.
And some people, yeah. And I think also like if you're in that dating thing, like you can really learn a lot about yourself from just going on dates with certain people. Exactly. Like that's what a lot of people say. They're like, I really like am just learning about what I actually want in somebody.
Exactly.
So like I don't think there's any right or wrong way to do dating. If you want to date one person like and really focus on that, I think that's great. Like that's personally more like for me, I think handling a roster is too much.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I'm not juggling 8.
I never like for me personally, but if other people talk about like, oh, I'm handling a roster like this and that, I'm like, you do you. Like, I'm not going to say anything. Like, I personally don't want to do that, but that's me. I'm not going to judge somebody else if they want to, like, figure out. And then I originally thought he's like, is he talking about, like, exclusively dating multiple people?
Yeah,
because that's messed up, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't think you should I think if you're going on a few first dates.
Exactly.
To really figure out, like, or like trying to talk to a few people for like a few weeks.
Yeah.
And then figuring out like, oh, maybe this one won't work out.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people that do that.
Exactly. That's a normal thing. That's how dating typically works. You can't put all your eggs in one basket, especially nowadays.
Right.
Be serious.
Well, I think you have to be like,
you have to be mindful.
You have to very communicate with the person you're talking to if you're doing that because...
Exactly. But that's the thing.
Because you could also put... A lot of people put their eggs in one basket and then they don't know that the other person isn't.
Yep.
And the other person's reading their roster. So they're just one... That's why like... That is the part for me. I think communication is more important than figuring out what you want to do and honesty because...
And it is communication because it's like, okay... If we're going to be doing that, I just need to know. Like, you need to tell me because don't try to put on a facade and make it seem like, oh, I'm the only one. I'm not the only one trying to be the only one that Drake wears.
Oh, my God.
But, yeah, like, no, because that's different. That's messed up. But I think if you both communicate and you both know, like, we're dating we enjoy our time together, but, we're dating, we're looking around, I think that's normal.
I don't think there's any...
I mean, look at matchmakers.
Exactly.
They have matchmakers and they have their clients and they say, oh yeah, I have a couple guys that would, want to talk to you.
Right, exactly. And I think there's nothing like, as long as you're communicating that. Yeah. I think where it gets very messed up is when you don't know, the other person makes it seem like you're the only person they're talking to. So then you think, I'm going to just dive into this 100%. Exactly. I mean, some people take that risk anyways. They're like, I'm going to take it regardless. Yeah. So that's fine. But if you think that they're doing the same thing as you and then they end up not, that's where it kind of gets messed up.
Yeah.
Because
then you're all in and then that person has 1 foot in, 1 foot out, but the whole time you thought they were all in too.
Right. And I think that is the common thing that's happening now with dating. I think that's why people think it's like they shouldn't be dating like that because of the communication.
Yeah.
Which there's nothing
people just
wrong.
Need to be honest.
People need to be honest. First they be like, listen, like, or second date be like, listen, I really like.
Well, I'll be asking.
Some people say it on the first date. They're like,
so you
listen,
talking
like,
to others or what?
I'm dating multiple people. Like, I just want to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And that's a mature way of handling it, not like.
Yeah, but that's the problem. People don't be mature. People aren't honest. They're all in it for themselves, and they don't care who they hurt. That's the problem.
Well, that's what I be hearing from a lot of people is that they're like.
Some of these people be wrecking balls. They don't care who they hurt.
Yeah, I'm like,
So
they find out later that I'm like, oof.
yeah,
That's a lot for me.
All right, triggered. Change the topic.
Yeah. Anyways, I agree. I don't agree with that.
Yeah, that's stupid.
I don't think like that's the hot take.
Yeah.
Like, I think you should let people do, as long as they're communicating, not doing anybody dirty.
As long as they're not hurting anyone's feelings.
When I read that, I was like, oh, maybe like he's talking about like cheating, like exclusive.
Yeah, obviously.
That one's different, but I'm like.
But there's some people that are like, oh, you know, like if you're not married, like it's okay to talk to other people.
Who talks like that? I've never heard that in my entire.
People say that.
People be saying wild takes nowadays. I'm like.
People say that, like, it's not your husband.
What?
It's not your what? Yeah, there's people.
Oh God,
like
could not
that.
be me. No.
Like, oh, it's yeah, we're dating, but
what?
Yeah,
that's like an open relationship, basically.
On one side,
there's nothing wrong. Like, I honestly, what people can have whatever type of relationship they want to have.
I think it's just
as long
honesty.
as there's communication, honesty, and everyone's on board with it. Because people also judge people who have open relationships. Like, I personally would never. Would you ever? You don't know. I could personally
I would have
never.
it for me, but not for. No, I'm playing. Yo, I'm playing. Me open? No, I'm not.
I could not.
I'm very What's the word? Not territorial.
But you're all in.
Yeah. So I can't. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh God, that would.
And I've seen like on TV shows like how that
plays
plays
like those
out.
Don't
like,
really end well in most.
The one that actually did, like they actually ended up getting engaged and.
He found another person outside of that relationship.
No.
Oh, they were just.
They had an open relationship and then they made it. Like,
what does
exclusive.
that do? Does that? Oh. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I see.
You know, a lot of these people be.
Yeah,
freaks.
I could not be me. I'm
Nasty.
sorry. But I mean, to other people if they want to do that.
Yeah, if y'all want to do hey, don't involve me in it. But God bless you.
But I think this one's works. Different. Telling people that they have to just pick one person.
And work.
No, but I'm not even saying pick, like just you go on like one date. Like some people don't like to do that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Some people want to go on multiple first dates.
Exactly. I'm networking, babe. I'm a small business owner. Come on. That might be my next investor. What are you...
Especially if the other person isn't even asking you to like be exclusive or anything.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think it's very case dependent.
Yeah, it's very case by case. Because then there's like certain talking stages where it's like, oh yeah, we're talking. But sometimes it's like they're basically dating without a title.
Yeah, but that's like a situationship.
Triggered again.
You know what?
Next
modern dating, too much to unpack. Like, too much. You communicate with whoever you're talking to.
Fact. That's really the basis.
Like, don't
hurt anyone's feelings and just communicate.
Yeah. Anyways. All right.
Lord.
We just unpack like so many different.
I know.
That's the thing is there's just so many different, like people can do so many different things. It's hard to opinion. Like say this one hot take for everybody is like, you can't say that.
I just mind my business, bro. I be drinking my water, mind my business.
With the person you're with, you communicate what works for you.
Exactly. Don't tell us. We don't need to know. Just keep it on the hush. You know, whatever dating style you like.
Okay. Economy class airplane seats shouldn't recline.
That's childish.
That is who. Let me. I might need to report the person. And I have some things to say about this.
I know you do. Okay. Some recent things too.
Yeah, recent. So, okay. It says, first off, I don't think it makes that big of a difference in comfort when you do recline your seat on an airplane. Aside from that, when someone in front of you reclines, feels like you lost a lot of space because it's infringing on the area in front of you, which is where you gauge how much room you feel that you have. Overall, I think it's silly that the seats recline.
What is this, a scientist?
It makes sense if you're first class, but in coach, who? That's the dumbest
an elitist. That's an elitist right there.
Who doesn't want a seat to recline?
Personally, I think the way, because I'm short. Yeah. Like I don't know what my setup is. Most reclining things like on a bus, like not a city bus, but like, you know, Greyhound or like on a plane, like those reclining, it doesn't. It actually is worse for me. Like I need to like sit up straight. Like I can't lay back because it like makes me hinge at a different spot than I'm supposed to.
Oh, so you don't like to recline on an airplane?
I typically don't.
Oh, okay.
And I'm always paranoid because next thing you know, I recline and then the person behind me get pissed. And then y'all know me. It's not going to be pretty.
So do you get pissed when the person in front of you reclines?
No. I don't, but I'm also short. I have short legs.
I don't think.
So it's not. I'm not really.
I don't think it's pointless in my opinion.
I don't think it's pointless though. That's so rude.
No, because let me tell you.
Sometimes you're just trying to get to where you're going the cheapest way possible.
And you're trying to be comfortable. I might want to take a nap real quick.
Facts.
I don't need first class.
You don't know what's going on in my life. This is a precious part.
Like I'm trying to have my
hours.
head not fall into the hallway every 2 seconds. Hit a flight attendant.
Literally in the cart.
No, literally at the cart.
Boink. Like, oh, I spilled the ginger ale. Sorry. The snacks.
Yeah, I don't personally. I think it's a necessity.
Well, yeah,
because
yeah,
I recline to comfortably sleep, and maybe on like a short flight, okay. But let me just tell you all a quick little story. So when I went to Chile, I flew this airline. Should I say the airline?
Say it.
I might say the airline because they're canceled on my end. Avianca. The airline is called Avianca. One, they didn't give me any food or drink, and it was an international flight. Like, it was really long, so they should have given me something.
Yeah.
A cracker, a glass of water, nothing.
No peanuts.
Anyways, you had to buy everything. Have the nuts. No mixed nuts. They had no TV, which sounds like a very first world, but I haven't flown an international flight in so long that doesn't have a TV.
Yeah. That's so strange.
But I was like, that was the least of my things. The seat did not recline. When I tell you, I was so mad because I was doing a red-eye flight. I'm like, I actually needed to sleep. Did not recline. Shout out, at least I picked a window seat when I booked the flight, so I could at least put my head here.
But baby, that neck gonna hurt.
My neck was cranked. When I woke up, I had like a knot. It was so bad. But yeah, I think that to me pissed me off. I was like, it's a requirement. Like, I'm not.
But that's also just messed up in general. Like, sometimes people really just can't afford first class, or business
first class is not affordable.
Exactly.
It's like 4 times the price of regular economy.
Exactly. Like some people are just trying to get to where they're going,
Yeah. And first class should have other perks, not just a seat going like this.
Yeah.
What?
Facts.
Yeah. No.
I should be getting. I'm gonna keep it PG.
Oh my god.
But yeah, anyways. First class should be paying me back. And that's all I gotta say.
Yeah, no. I mean, that's a basic for. I feel like
I don't understand how that's like
quality for airlines just going down. I'm like, and what is
the
this?
funny part is they're trying to make more people fit on them.
It's ridiculous. I'm like, all right.
We're already
paying
bumping
more. We're paying more.
You know what's the worst? Because I got some thick thighs on me. I got them drumsticks, and like my thigh always touches the person next to me. And like I hate when when you finally get up, it's like not wet but sweaty, warm, because your legs were both touching for hours at a time. Yeah. Like, this is ghetto. Like, this does not need to be how many ever people in this row right now.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Like, that person, report the page. Report the user.
I don't know why they said that. Like, don't even get these airlines. Don't even give airlines the idea.
Hot.
The comments were like, no, it says rebuttal. Plane should rebuttal. Plane should provide more space for passengers, so reclining is not an issue. That's the actual. Yeah,
they ain't ready for that combo.
They're not ready for that one.
I bet you he didn't respond.
He didn't.
Yeah, he didn't want that smoke.
Right. Okay.
That's 90% of the population that he's going against.
I don't know why he would say that. Okay.
People, I swear to you, people be dropping their hot takes on Reddit too. Just their wife won't listen to them.
All right. We'll just do these 3 last ones. They're quick. The first one is, rich people are people too. And then I'll just give you the first sentence. It's like, in the past couple of years, rich have gotten a lot of criticism, and rightfully so. Most, if not all, rich people essentially have made their money by exploiting poorer people. But what if, instead of just being hateful towards rich people, we just try to understand them a little more?
No. I
think they created that for themselves.
Exactly.
Certain ones.
I'm not. But that's the thing.
What
there's
is
a
the
difference.
definition of? Because I feel like people don't know what rich. I'm talking are we talking about billionaires?
Yeah.
Or are we talking about just generally rich people who
because
have
rich people, the definition of rich is changing every year because of how unaffordable life is in general. So people that were once rich consider, in this area, they once were rich. Now it's like, that's normal now.
Right. And I think certain rich, there's different definitions of rich. There's rich, upper class kind of or middle class kind of up there, they can afford pretty nice things, pretty nice vacations, you know what I mean? And there's the actual rich who are like millionaires, billion, you know what I mean? Trillion, like we're talking like Elon Musk, like
those people,
those type. I'm like, that's a different. That to me is like, I don't consider those people regular people, in my opinion.
Yeah, no.
Because like, what kind of everyday struggles are they kind of like? I feel like they're so detached from society. I think it's different for people like, we might have went to school with some people that could be considered,
but that's not
rich. Not rich compared to, you know, I'm saying they had like, they were like upper middle class.
But that's the thing. That's not even rich anymore. Upper middle class is, oh, you can afford your life. You can afford things and maybe have a couple dollars to put into your savings at the end of the month. That's what that is now.
So then what is like the ones... Yeah, you're right. The rich is like too much to explain that word. Because what is rich anyways?
And it's also like how people got their rich. Was it an ethical way? Like, or was it not ethical?
And it's also how they act. Because some people, like, I've definitely met like people who their parents may have a lot of money and like they kind of have had everything given on a silver spoon. And there's some that are very like humble and they're really appreciative of what their parents have given them. They're very hardworking. Okay, that's one thing. There's others that are just very arrogant and they don't understand. They don't try to empathize with anybody. So they did that to themselves.
Exactly. That's the rich. That's the part of the rich that I'm like, no, I don't see them as human because they don't even see
not even human. I just don't consider them the same type of person as me. Like I'm not.
Well, yeah, we're not the same.
Yeah, we're not
at all.
Yeah.
Like you exploit people for money. I wouldn't do that.
Or they just treat people very like they're entitled.
Exactly.
And if you're entitled and arrogant, I'm already like, all right, like we're not the same.
Yeah, you could be poor and doing that, and I'm still not messing with you. So
yeah, so no. All right, that was just a quick one.
Yeah, they're human too, but it depends on which ones.
Yeah, it depends on. Like they kind of do it to themselves too, because if they're acting entitled and like they're not treating regular people as regular people, then
then why am I going to treat you as a regular person?
Yeah, no. Okay, there was one other one I wanted to do. Oh, okay. There's two more. So this one's quick. Eating alone in public is not sad.
Yeah, I don't think it's sad. I
completely agree. I'm glad it's becoming normalized.
And I forgot who I was talking to about that, and they were like, "Why would you ever do that? Like that's so lonely." Mm-hmm. And I'm like, "How is that lonely?" I don't think that's lonely. I don't think you always need somebody. I mean, yeah, you could just go home and eat, but what if they like the ambiance? Take yourself out.
Right.
Like, not everything has to be... certain things don't always have to be done with another person. That's like seeing a movie alone, going out to eat by yourself. If that gives you happiness going by yourself, do it. Two, if you... like, there's been plenty of times where I've wanted to go do something. Like, oh, I want to go see this movie. And I was like, oh, yeah, my friends, I'll go with my friends. But... then I end up waiting to do something that I want to do. So I'm gonna do it by myself. I'm not gonna wait for nobody.
Right.
So I don't think that's lonely. I
completely agree. No, and you know what also kind of makes me like annoyed is the use of social media behind this. Like, have you ever seen those like, oh, we're gonna go, like this person's sitting by themselves and like they're gonna video them like going to talk to them. Like, what if they just wanted to spend, like, why do we have to make them feel like they're less than others just because they're sitting? Or they're like, sometimes like when elderly people go out, and some elderly people literally just want to go out and get a meal and come back. Like, they're not necessarily like, yes, there are very like lonely elderly people, don't get me wrong, but we can't assume every single person is lonely just because they're by themselves.
Yeah, that doesn't equate loneliness.
I hate that. And then they just be videoing it. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Well, some people need to get their phones taken away.
They be thinking, I'm like, okay.
Turn the camera off.
All right. Okay. Last one. Being single doesn't mean you are supposed to date.
That you are?
Being single does not mean you are supposed to date.
Yeah, I agree. That doesn't mean you have to date.
I completely agree too. I think that's, I feel like we've stated that on this podcast many times, because I think when people say like, oh, you're single, like, oh, like who, they're always like, how's your dating life? Or how's this? Like, I don't think we should be assuming like if somebody's single that
they're dating.
They need to be having, or at least going on a date every like once in a while, or trying to. Some people might actually like, if they just gotta have a relationship, they might just want time by themselves. Exactly. Or some people might not just want to date.
I don't blame them.
Yeah, well, that's you. Yeah,
that's me. Yeah. But you know, Either way,
I think it's people just put the pressure on. I think I agree.
That's just society being stupid.
Like, how's your dating? Like when people ask people that, I hate seeing that. To like,
how's the dating life? Any lucky boys?
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways.
They're lucky. I'm not.
But anyways, well, I guess that's kind of all the hot unpopular opinions.
Yeah, they're not too unpopular.
They're not too unpopular. We had some.
I think it's hard for us to do these episodes because we just say the same thing.
We literally say the same thing. I'm gonna find better ones, more hotter ones for next time, but it was just kind of a start.
Yeah, this is the vanilla
version.
We keep the very vanilla.
But yeah, anyways, all right. Well, let us know what y'all think about this type of episode.
Y'all got any unpopular opinions?
That's what we should do. Is we should ask the people unpopular opinions.
Yeah.
Not go to Reddit.
Yeah.
But we'll do that next time. Anyways, all right. Well, we're gonna jump into the put you on segment.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Because it's been a minute. You want to go first? I'm trying to look through my music quick.
Yeah. So Larry June, The Alchemist, they dropped their album.
Okay.
Phenomenal.
Okay.
Chef's Kiss. Drake dropped that new song. Have you listened to it?
I haven't, but I saw it drop.
Rescue.
Is it good?
I probably am gonna like it in a couple weeks.
Okay.
I sent it to my brother and he's like, I'm not into it now, but give me time. I'll probably get into it.
Okay.
Because that usually happens with Drake. Like when you think that you're not gonna like it, and then you slowly give it a chance. They're like, oh, this is kind of fire. Like I don't mind this. So yeah, they're saying that it was a diss to SZA.
Why would he be dissing SZA?
Because her seek and destroy. That's like his take of that's what they say. You know, they dated or something. They hooked up.
Drake and SZA?
Yeah, back in the day. That's like a very common thing. Well, he said it on a track. You know, he be pillow talking for real.
Yeah, facts.
But I have a couple. So I'll put a couple of the songs that I like from the Larry June and the Alchemist. It's called The Great Escape. Palisades, California with Big Sean. So good. I love Big Sean. That's another person. I'm waiting for his album. I love Big Sean. I've been a diehard Big Sean fan.
You have been.
Like since day one, his first mixtape.
I do like Big Sean a lot too. He's up there for rappers. I really like him. And I don't really like rap that much, and I like him.
His evolution.
I agree.
He's grown like a lot, and I really like it. This other song, Ocean Sounds. It's like a love song. I'm like, Larry, stop. He's talking about me, y'all. So yeah, I'll put a couple songs from that. Duffel Bag Boy, Players Circle, Lil Wayne. I'm telling you, that's the only thing that's getting me through this spring collection launch. I'm just like, if I don't do nothing, I'm a ball. I'm counting all day like a clock on the wall.
I'm weak. Not Ash giving y'all a snippet.
This song has 2 Chainz in it before he was 2 Chainz.
Oh, dang.
His name used to be Titty Boy. Swear to God. Which makes sense.
I'm weak.
2 Titty.
Oh,
that makes sense. But I think that probably wasn't marketable. Like
yeah,
so he switched to 2 Chainz.
No.
Sierra dropped a song, The Girls. That's another song that's getting me through this launch because I'm working day and night. Tyler, the Creator, put out a new album. And I'm actually bumping it.
You're getting into Tyler, the Creator, right?
On the low, yeah. Call Me If You Get Lost, the estate sale, I think that's what it's called.
Interesting.
I like it because it's hosted by DJ Drama, so like each song kind of has like DJ Drama in it. Yeah, I've been really slowly getting into him.
Interesting.
And then this one, I gotta find. This one is like, I'm really putting y'all on. I swear to you, I haven't felt this way about an artist since I found Larry June last year. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh my God, I hit the jackpot because he's not like underrated but I feel like a lot of people haven't heard, you know, I feel like sometimes when you're like, when you just find out about him, you're like, oh yeah, nobody knows about him. But like, there's probably more people that know about him late. Yeah, so I saw a snippet of his Tiny Desk on TikTok, like 15 seconds, and I was hooked. I was like, oh my God. I'm like, okay, let me go watch Tiny Desk because I love Tiny Desk.
Yeah.
His name is Duran Bernard. Oh my.
I've never heard of him.
He's like an R&B, like he sings. He's a singer.
I'm hype.
I'm really putting y'all on for real because I actually wanted to gatekeep him. I'm not gonna lie.
Weak.
I sent it to my brother, the Tiny Desk. And my brother's like, wow. That's all he said to me, like, wow.
Shoot, I need to listen then. We be putting y'all on for real.
Fire, like so good. So I'm gonna slowly dive into this catalog. I'm so excited. Okay. But yeah, I felt like that. Like the first time I found Larry June, I swear to God, I hit the jackpot. I was like, yes, I finally found like a low key artist. Like, I followed Larry June he was big obviously, but he wasn't huge. Like I feel like this year he just like grew so much. Because I was following him before he had. I forget how many 100,000 followers on Instagram. Yeah. That's how you could like low key like gauge like to see if like they're like blowing up or not.
Yeah.
So this person Duran Bernard, girl, oh my God. And then his Tiny Desk, he already got the points with me because he dressed as a character from the Proud Family, and so did all of his backup singers.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, I love me a good Proud Family reference. So I'm like, I respect that. Like, because if you know, like his outfit, if you see his outfit, it's like, if you know, if you watch Proud Family, then you know that's a reference. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I love that. So he's Chef's Kiss. Okay. My brother put his other friends onto it.
Oh my gosh. I'm doing
good.
On for real.
I'm
That's
doing
cool.
good.
Nice.
And I'm still going through my little Vibes Cartel, but we'll leave that for the summer. We'll put that on the summer playlist. Y'all ain't ready for that one. That one's gonna be
Wasteland's not gonna be moving.
Explicit. So don't play that around your kids, folks.
I'm weak.
But anyway, I know that was a lot. But it's been a minute.
It's been a while, honestly. Yeah. So that's nice.
So what?
I don't have much music. I only have one thing. I haven't really had the chance to really figure out like. I've been listening to the same old stuff. But anyways, the only thing I want to talk about was the new Rosalia and Raul Alejandro like songs. I really like them.
Yeah, the 3 songs.
The 3 songs. Yeah, they're really good. Besos, Vampiros, and Promesa. I really like. They're so cute.
I think they're
couple goals. I really think they're like just the way how much he admires her.
Exactly.
Like I'm so glad they're getting like the love they deserve. Obviously Rosalia like. Kind of controversial, kind of low-key problematic in some ways. Apart from that, I just think as a couple, they're very cute and they very they uplift each other. Yeah. They're very focused on their own careers, and I think it's so cute that they're really they're engaged. You saw that, right?
Yeah.
How they're like, I think it's just so cute how like he's really showing like how dedicated he is to her.
Yeah.
And like that is very rare, like in the music industry especially. Like I think it's just showing a really great example because obviously the whole Bad Bunny thing was like. We won't even get into that, but I think apart from that, it's really good to see a great couple like that. Yeah. I love them. I think they're great, and the music is great. Yeah, they're so cute. It's so cute. I love it. I was like, damn, that's couple goals.
I even watched their little interview.
I was so that they did,
and I was like, I'm over here with the captions, you know me.
The captions. Just the way they look at each other. I know. It's just like, they're so, I'm like, that is so adorable. Like, I love stuff like that. Like, I think it's great that they're showing that and using that. And you could tell they genuinely love each other.
Exactly.
So shout out to them, honestly. But yeah, that's about it for music for me. I don't really have that much else because I've been busy. But hopefully next week I'll have some better stuff.
The sick part is I have more, but I'm going to spare y'all.
Save it for next week.
I'll save it for next week. Because I got some heaters. I'm not going to lie. TikTok be reminding me.
TikTok has been putting me on too.
But
reminding me,
yeah, they be putting me on to something. I'm like, damn,
there's a lot of music. That song.
Yeah. Yo, I love that when they're like, it's just a song. It's not just a song, and then they like have the lyrics on a, and I be screaming. Oh, they be reminding me of songs. Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, let me add that to the like. Let me just add
the one song, Bryson Tiller. What is it? Doing It Wrong or no?
What, Right My Wrongs?
Right My Wrongs.
First of all, we gonna have to see Bryson because he's on tour.
That's a bop. That was me and Ash high school right there. Anyways,
that first album,
bops. I've been just on my Bryson thing lately. I'm like, I forgot how fire he is, but yeah, that's the other song.
I just got chills.
But yeah, anyways, all right, we gotta wrap up because it's kind of getting late. We got some things to do. We got business to handle. But yeah, anyways, thank you so much for listening. And we hope you guys like this episode. I'm glad we're recording in person again.
I
know. It feels nice, back together. Hopefully more of this to come. We're excited for our next episodes. If you guys ever have any like ideas, definitely let us know. We're always open.
For sure.
And yeah, but with that, follow us everywhere. You know what to do. Leave us a review.
Yep.
But yeah. And go show us some love on our TikToks and Reels and stay tuned for anything else that's going to drop. And go check out our last episode with Sarah if you haven't already, because that was a really good episode.
That was a great episode.
We were talking about being a woman, a minority, like in the workplace. So
exactly. Yeah. And shop perfectly poured
candles. Hopefully next time we'll have one.
Oh yeah, from the spring.
But yeah, anyways, all right. Well, thank you so much, everyone. We hope you guys have a great Monday, great rest of your week, and yeah, thanks so much for listening.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.